My heart aches for the parents impacted by this tragedy and all those across New York City who have reckoned with such unthinkable pain. Every single child in this city deserves to grow up free from the threat of gun violence. Every parent in this city deserves the peace of mind that comes from knowing that their children are safe when they leave home.
And that is New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani just moments ago addressing the tragic death of a 7-month-old girl who was killed by a stray bullet on a busy street in Brooklyn. NewsNation's Alex Caprariello is live. Alex, we just learned the name of the shooter.
Yeah, exactly. We know that there was 2 people that were involved. You're seeing on the right-hand side of your screen the crash in which both the shooter and the driver fled from that shooting, eventually crashing into the car, flipping over. One of them actually hospitalized. That's the person who we now know their ID. The actual driver of that moped still on the run. But to that initial point, 21-year-old Amari Green, police have identified that person as the shooter. These authorities say they plan on charging him with 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. As for the driver, there is now an all-out manhunt for this person. They say that they know who that man is, but they are not releasing his identity at this time, presumably to keep the investigation intact and allow detectives to do what they need to do to find that man. But obviously, this is a heartbreaking story that came out of Brooklyn. And over the last 24 to 36 hours or so, it's been really tragic for that neighborhood near Bed-Stuy to actually really cope with all of this. Williamsburg is the actual neighborhood in Brooklyn. And as you can see, it was all hands on deck for NYPD as they were combing the scene, talking to witnesses and figuring out exactly what went wrong. Ultimately, we know that 1 little girl tragically killed in that shooting, 7-month-old Kaori Patterson-Moore. The shooting and her injuries were actually discovered at the moment when her mother took her inside of a nearby grocery store, and that's when they were able to see that her little girl was hit by that gunfire. She was quickly rushed to the hospital, but was pronounced dead. As of right now, again, the manhunt for that unidentified driver of that moped, and here is actually the video from inside that bodega. As you could see, the stroller on the right-hand side, the mother in tears, in disbelief that her little girl was hit by that gunfire. So right now we know that 21-year-old man, Amari Green, is now going to be charged with that murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. The other point of this press conference, Nicole, was to talk about some of the crime statistics that are happening inside New York City. You saw Mayor Zohran Mamdani, as well as Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, addressing the crowd, talking, of course, about the tragedy of this murder, but also sort of heralding some of the efforts that the NYPD and these detectives have made in sort of cleaning up crime all across New York City, saying major crimes are down in all 5 of the boroughs. And then specifically when it comes to Brooklyn, this is murders that are down 57% compared to this time last year. So, of course, expressing great remorse for this tragedy that unfolded in Williamsburg, but also trying to make sure that people understood that the New York City Police Department is doing everything that they possibly can to try to curb major crime.
Yeah, such a tragic loss of life. All right, Alex, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.